Hello guys, and welcome to the first video on my new channel, Fear the Jackal. My name's Bennett, I'm a 15-year-old German from Cologne, and I've decided to make my own YouTube channel for furry content, because some people motivated me to. My persona's name is Fear, that originated around 2 years ago. His species is a jackal, that explains my channel name. I've been a furry for 2 years now, and here's how everything happened. In June 2015, right after my 13th birthday, I was browsing Tumblr for Pokemon art, because that was a big thing at my school at that time. There was a reblog from a blog called Furry Arts and Crafts, I think it was, and I clicked on that because I was interested in what furry means. I didn't know at that time, I wasn't around the internet a lot, so I clicked on it and looked through the blog, and I got hooked on the community that the blog presented. People building their own plushies and stuff, and I thought to myself, wow, this seems really cool, I want to get into that. So I looked up furry on Google and I found Reddit. Then I began browsing around /r/furry, like the furry subreddit, for a while. I think back then it was around 20,000 people on there. In August 2015, I found questions for your fursona. That was a chain post at that time. I'm not really sure if it exists right now, but I'm pretty sure it's still getting done. So I asked myself, what's a fursona? I googled it and I found fursuits as the first thing that came up. At first I was creeped out by them, to be honest, but after looking at them for a long time, I began to like them, and I began questioning, well, I kinda want to get one of these. Where can I get them? Searched around a bit, found out there were 2,000 euros, and I left the idea. 3 months later, in November, I was scrolling through Reddit as a daily activity, and I find a post that reads, "New Telegram group, click here." And I had no idea what Telegram was, because I was only using WhatsApp as a messenger. I installed Telegram on my PC and began looking into the group. I joined the group and I made lots of new friends immediately. I looked at all the artists in the group and I wanted to draw too. I wanted to start drawing my own characters. And shortly after that, I bought a small art tablet and I began drawing and designing my first fursona. And that was about my first real involvement into the fandom. Right after I joined the group, I posted something on Reddit. It was my first post ever on Reddit, reading, "Sticky situation. Hi guys, I have a problem that is very serious for me. My question is if I'm too young to belong to the furry fandom. Currently I am 13 years old and have been interested into anthro animals since quite a year now, but didn't know that there was a whole community for it. I looked around a little and the furry community is one of the friendliest I've ever seen and the one I would join the most. So please, if I'm too young, tell me, but tell me at which age it's okay, I'll wait then. Thank you for your help and greetings from Germany, Bennett." To excuse my English at the time, I was 13 years old, as it says in the post, and I wasn't really proficient in English yet, because back then I was starting out learning English. The post got 44 answers, which I was surprised of, because I thought you had to be kind of famous to get answers on Reddit, or at any platform really. And the resonance I got to the post was so positive, like people telling me it's okay if I joined at my age, although I'm only 13, but they told me I should stay away from certain topics or websites. So I did. I decided to stay in the fandom for as long as possible to me, and I didn't know if there was an upper age to it, like you have to leave if you're 21 or something. Because I didn't know any furries yet, I didn't have any friends in the fandom yet, only these people that answered on my post. I didn't know anything about fandoms yet, or the furry fandom was really the first I've ever joined. So I asked myself, what is RP? Right. Now I know it's role-playing, but back then I didn't know at all what it was. So I made another Reddit post, reading, "What is RP? What is it? Is it fun? And what does everyone talk about it? If it's something essential, don't sue me please." So I thought, well, because everyone's talking about it, I'm getting really idiotic answers. Like one of the answers read radioactive penguins. But people actually responded with roleplay, which I was really happy about because at that time I didn't know at all what everything was about. Basically, with Reddit, or through Reddit, I went from having a really low self-esteem to having friends in a community that I like. To conclude, I've been a furry for years now. I've been a furry for around 2 to 3 years. The first year without knowing it, as it said in the first post. I've been interested in anthro animals since way before joining the fandom. As I said, I didn't know there was a community before that. Well, the furry fandom hasn't changed a lot in my opinion since back then. There were ups and downs, of course. For example, the first tweeting at Tony the Tiger with a sexual manner and stuff, if anyone remembers that. Reddit is the reason I am a furry today. Without Reddit, I wouldn't have known about the fandom at all. I didn't keep any friends from the past, sadly, from my old Twitter, from my old Reddit. That's why I blurred out the username, because I didn't want anyone seeing my old Reddit, or my old username at that point. I found many new friends, though, which I'm really happy about. And the furry subreddit hit 40,000 users recently, which is pretty damn awesome. I can't wait what the future will bring for the furry fandom, and if there will be more cons when I'm old enough to attend them alone. In the next video I'll be talking about my persona development, where it came from, why it's called Fear, I know that name's ridiculous, and my art history, because I still draw to this day. So, if you liked the video, you can give positive feedback in the comments, or give me ideas on a new video. And with that, I'd like to say goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!